many planner covers is too many? That is always the question that I run into whenever I am picking patterns for my next round of planners. I'm already thinking about my 2026 planners, so that's why I'm asking y'all to help me pick out what my planner covers should be for my 2026 planners. So the academic planners are a little bit different this time and have a few new covers. First of all, I changed up porcelain floral, so it's just new and improved in my opinion. And then I added in a couple patterns that are like a little more almost like neutral, but they're not because they're colorful floral prints. Well, this one's neutral. This is Midnight Damask. So it's like a black and ivory design, and I thought that would be nice because I don't have any mostly black patterns. So that's going to be in academic planners. Next is Forget-Me-Nots in Sage. So I made this pattern originally with a white background with blue flowers, but I already have porcelain floral and a lot of like blue and white, even though that is kind of my favorite colorway. But I decided that I really needed like a sage color since I think sage is very popular right now. And it is almost like a neutral, kind of like denim actually. You know, it's a color, but it's almost a neutral. So I thought sage would be a really good add, and I love this pattern. And since I felt like I couldn't justify making another blue and white pattern, we got sage. And then last but not least is Pink Trellis. So I got rid of Wildflower Bunch, which RIP, love you, miss you. But I just wasn't feeling Wildflower Bunch anymore. I don't know. If there's an outcry in the comments about her missing, I'll consider bringing her back. But I wanted to do patterns that I could also include on other products, so you can do like a matching scenario with your planner and other accessories. So this is kind of the replacement. It has fewer colors. It's just that same light pink color but with white. And I really like it. I love the simplicity slash like geometric quality of the design. So I'm really excited about her, but we'll see. I'm not feeling super confident in Pink Trellis selling. I don't know where that comes from. Maybe it's just too simple, too light, but I actually do think that Forget-Me-Not Sage is going to be a good seller. And then also we have Coastal Patchwork, which she was first a desk mat, and I have a whole TikTok like describing the background to this pattern, which is that it's inspired by my grandma, who, in my opinion, is like the original coastal grandma, despite being from the Midwest, born in Chicago and living in the suburbs most of her life. This is just very her style. She's like always wearing a pinstripe open button-up, and actually she also wears like denim open button-ups too, so my outfit is almost a shout out to her too. But this pattern is actually like very similar to wallpaper she has in her house. And I just always loved like how her house was decorated. And she's a big fan of blue and white. Like her sofas, as long as I can remember, in her living room have always been like this beautiful floral blue and white pattern with birds in it. And it's just really cute. So the desk mat was inspired by her / the coastal grandma trend. And I just really love it. And I was like, you know what? This should be a planner. And actually, Jordan nominated her to be a planner, and I just love the idea. So, Coastal Patchwork, I'm obsessed. Hopefully she does well because I would love to keep her. And I just think it's fun. Like, that's a really good mix and match to have, like, porcelain and coastal patchwork. So you can have, like, still fun patterns, but you can do a little bit of mixing instead of all matching. Anyway, those are the new academic planner covers, and right now, my big dilemma is who to bring into 2026. So, these are samples. They're samples for hardcover notebooks. I am going to make, with my planner manufacturer, hardcover notebooks. I've been struggling with notebooks for a while now. I had a whole thing with our fabric journals multiple times. That was just like an adventure and not a good one. The dotted notebooks, which are soft cover and like a smaller size from our spiral notebooks, just don't sell that well, and I don't love them as much as a product myself. So I'm just taking that as like a cue to switch it up with notebooks. So the plan is spiral notebooks are soft cover, and I can get the price down on those if I make the paperweight just a smidge thinner and make that like a school supply sort of notebook. And then the hardcover notebooks with like a really nice laminated front and like the really heavy duty spiral and thicker inside paper. I want this to be like the more elevated notebook, the like more adult at work notebook, which I mean, I'm still going to be using the spiral notebooks at work as well, but like fancy notebook and then like everyday use is kind of my thought. So this is going to be a 7x9 size, which is the same size as our smaller planner. I got samples of a bunch of covers. I'm doing 30 different covers for the 7x9 notebook, just so I could have like the expanded universe of all of my current EBD patterns out there in a product. I just thought that would be fun, and I have a lot of new patterns that I've drawn recently, especially for like desk mats and Kindle cases in particular, and I just felt like they belonged on another product. So anyway, I'm going to show you them all now. I've been holding up this new one, which is just cowgirl boots. Again, blue and white. I'm into it. What can I say? I think she's very cute, and I feel like it's a little bit different because it really is doing the like coastal cowgirl thing. I feel like most cowgirl boots that I see out and about are brown, so, and I actually have a brown cowgirl boot sticker, so I thought it'd be fun to switch it up and do blue. I love this. I think it's going to be fun. I don't know that it's going to go on any other products, but again, if there's an outcry in the comments and everybody needs this on their planner, it's out there. Okay, number 2 is favorite things. This one I designed specifically as a Kindle case. I just thought it would be like a cute, like, vibe setting design, especially when you're like just cozying up with your Kindle. So that's where this came from, and these elements are actually pulled from my coloring books. So the blue one, The Good Life, and the red pink one, Put a Bow on It, have all of these elements in there, and so I pulled them and just like redrew them in a slightly different style with color, and that was where I came from. So love her. Very cutesy, very of the moment, in my opinion. Let me know if you guys need her in a planner. Next is Purple Checker. Lauren is currently loving this one. She's filming with me right now. I had to make this on a 7x9 notebook for her, and because the Purple Checker Kindle cases do quite well, and the desk mat. So we'll see. It's going to be on the notebook. We'll see how she does compared to the rest of the notebook covers. Do you guys need this on a 2026 planner? Let me know. Which then brings me to Painted Checker. So obviously checker is a thing right now, and I love like doing lighter colors, like lower contrast checker versus like black and white. That just really like sticks with me for some reason. So I'm kind of experimenting. I don't know if both of these need to live together in the same product, but we're just gonna try it out and see what happens, because this has some like light shades of purple lavendery. So, and I prefer this one because I like the texture. I love texture. But I don't know. It might just be that I love this and the world loves this, and we're gonna find out, and I want you guys to let me know. But I really like this one, and I think this is a good mix and match. Like, I think it just fits with a lot of the other designs, but you know, Purple Checker does too. That looks pretty cute. Okay, moving on. I'm so excited about green gingham. I love gingham. I've always loved gingham. Again, my grandma, her kitchen tablecloth was, it was a darker green, but it was a green gingham almost every time I was over there. She also had a blue gingham one, but I remember the green more. And I just loved gingham, like, ever since then. I didn't even know what it was called. I just was like, oh, that's the tablecloth print. Anyway, love gingham. I'm excited for this. This is going to be on everything. Green gingham needs to be on everything. So I've been stumped with green patterns for years because there's green in pretty much every one of my patterns because leaves. So that makes sense. But I don't love forest floor, which is just leaves in a pattern. It's just not my favorite, but I do love this. So I was thinking maybe it would be a beautiful accent to just have like green gingham as an accompaniment to other patterns. And I think odds are pretty strong this is actually going to be a 2026 planner. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I hope this isn't just another one of like me going out on a little bit of a limb and loving something and then the world doesn't love it as much. I do love the shade of green too, and in the past, not everybody has been down for like the very yellowy green. A lot of people love like a minty green or like an emerald, and those aren't my favorite. I mean, I like those shades. I won't even discuss Kelly green because it's actually my nemesis, and I also am not ever, well, this, I really shouldn't say ever, but my current self as I am now will never consider teal. It is just not on the table. I hate teal. I think it might be the worst color. I just hate it. Okay, moving on. I love the shade of green. It's my favorite shade of green. And I love gingham, and I love her, and I hope you guys love her too. Okay, cherries. Very of the moment at the trade shows I just went to in the past several months, people were asking for cherries a lot. So I made this pattern as soon as I got home, and I really like it. It's different. There's no florals in it. Obviously, it's just cherries, and it's kind of a painterly look with shadowing and stuff, so I thought that elevated it a little bit from like a stereotypical like cherry print that you might have found in like Claire's in 2004, you know? So I actually really like this. I'm not like a huge cherry person myself, but I feel like this, I don't know. I feel like I cooked with this, frankly, just being honest. Do we need this in a 2026 planner? And will cherries still be in at that moment? I don't know.
You know, this also isn't your first go around at cherries.
That's true. I did have a previous cherry pattern that was on gift bags, and yeah, just not my fave.
You were really experimenting with the blue-greens at that point.
I was, yeah. There was blue, there was green backgrounds. Actually, Instagram, I originally had it as a green background. Instagram voted for blue. Which then, again, I was struggling with green because I think people say they want green, but then they don't actually. This is my theory. People want green as their second choice. And so they want it to be there because they want their second choice to be there, but you can only have one, you know? Unless you're mixing and matching. But the evidence has yet to present itself to me that people actually want green. We'll find out. I don't know. Okay, cherries. 2026 planner? We'll see. Now, this is a pattern that has caused me a lot of consternation. This is Floral Filigree. I love her, but do I? But everyone else in the office does love her, and I'm very easily influenced by that. So I think this might be the mural that goes on the wall in the office, in which case I do need to make it a planner at least once. But I also feel as though, after going to the trade shows and getting feedback from retailers, possibly this pattern would make countryside blooms obsolete. Because they do look similar, and how many florals with a light background and a multicolor floral print do we need to stock? In my opinion, given no constraints of finances and space for inventory in the warehouse, I would definitely stock all of them. But I can't. So will this replace countryside? I don't know. Also at the trade shows, people couldn't tell apart countryside from Summer Meadows and Summer Meadows from Primrose, which then made me think maybe Summer Meadows is duplicative as well and has got to go. In which case, I would be eliminating countryside and Summer Meadows and bringing in filigree. And that's just a lot of moving and shaking. But I've never really shied away from that. So probably gonna happen. This is probably gonna be a 2026 planner if I'm honest.
The hard thing is if you go away from countryside color palette, you've based a lot of compatible patterns on the countryside palette.
This is true. But Primrose does have a similar color palette. So could be, I don't know, we'll see. Blue stripe. Seems simple, right? It keeps selling out in Kindle cases, and it's leading me to believe that people love blue stripe. I feel it is of the moment. It's giving Southern France. It's giving coastal. It's giving, I love it. I love blue and white. And it's a nice little accent. Like, how cute does that look together? The answer is super cute. It looks amazing. This with Primavera, I just love it. So, will this be a 2026 planner? I'm leaning towards yes. That will mean we're doing a lot of blue and white. But is that a bad thing? I also don't necessarily need to do coastal patchwork, but I mean, obviously I'm into it, so. But that could be cute. Like, that could be good for product photos alone. Like, how fun would it be to have this? Like, you're scrolling through Facebook, you see this as a little Elise Brain Design ad. I mean, if you're a blue and white girly, you can't help but click on that. So, the arguments are stacking up in favor of blue stripe. Let me know what you guys think. Is it too boring? I will accept that as a criticism. However, considering all of the patterns are extremely maximalist normally, I think we can live with a couple of boring prints. Pink bows. Now this has been a roller coaster ride with the bows for me, because I got on the bow trend when I feel like it was sort of ramping up. I felt like it fit the brand. I really liked the bows. They're just very cutesy. And I wanted to do something that wasn't floral, but, you know, again, still cutesy. And I mean, she just looks good with the other patterns again. It's very lovely. I mean, how adorable. The bows, I got onto it when it was ramping up. Now I feel like we're on the downturn with the bows, which means I don't think I can really invest in 2026 planners with bows on them. However, many people have requested very specifically that product, like a planner with bows, with pink bows. I'm very much relying on the customer feedback for this one. So if you are a bow person, now's the time to speak up. But it will be on a notebook either way. Now, I'm very interested to see with these last two patterns, what happens here. I posted a reel, TikTok, YouTube short about mushroom garden, whether it should have a light background or dark background. And a lot of people said both, and I was like, I can't do both. It's just too much. Like, I can only have so many SKUs in my warehouse and whatever. But then I decided we really do need like a dark academia sort of witchy vibe. People have been asking for that in Kindles. And so I thought, like, I'll just make that pattern. We'll do it in Kindles. Maybe we'll do it in mouse pads, drink sleeves or something. I don't know. Just a couple products. Doesn't have to be on everything. So that's when I decided to do Celestial Floral. So we have the original Mushroom Floral. And then we have Mushroom Floral that has a lot of the mushrooms taken out, some of them still in, and then a lot of, like, stars and moons added. I think it's pretty cute. I mean, this isn't, like, my vibe, but I think it's pretty cute. Also, the colors are really popping on this particular print, so I do love that. I added a couple more red flowers, so there's more red in this one too. And I think that'll be really fun. I'm leaning towards no for a 2026 planner with this print, because I'm just not sure. But we'll see how it sells in Kindle cases and notebooks. And if this is like your all-time fave, let me know. However, keep in mind that I feel like possibly customers who like this may also like this. And I feel like this might have broader appeal, especially because it's neutral. So this is my dilemma. I feel like we cannot have both. I don't know. This is why I need you. Okay, so that's Celestial Floral. First time on camera, I think, right now for her. So her debut. And Mushroom Garden. I feel like this is a toss-up. Lauren is giving me the head shakes.
I love it too much.
Oh, you love it too much.
Oh, it can't be an option. Like, that has to be a 2026 planner. It's so pretty.
Okay. She's fun. I just really am enjoying the flowers in this one. I did a little bit of something different. I'm liking mushrooms right now. I'm liking the forest vibe. This has really made me want to start a new coloring book, so TBD for 2026, whether there'll be a folklore forest theme that I'm noodling around with. I'm interested to see. This is going to be on Kindle cases. I really want to know how that's going to sell. I think it's going to be on desk mats. I think it's going to be on drink sleeves, all those ones that we sell a lot of products of. Planners, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And I'm also going to look at how the notebook version sells. So I would say, if you really want to help me out, which I would deeply appreciate, if y'all could choose out of these like new ones that I showed, like maybe 3 that are your top 3, and just leave that in a comment for me, that would be super helpful. And if you also are in need of a notebook, stay tuned. These will be available soon in every single print that I'm showing. So even if it doesn't end up on a planner, it will be on a notebook. And you can always think about, if you have a favorite print, Primrose or Primavera or something like that, and you love the florals and all that, you can always get that in a planner and then get a coordinating but not matching notebook. That's kind of my goal for a lot of my new products, is make them compatible with each other instead of sort of exclusive and only able to like match with themselves. So I'm really depending on y'all's feedback. Please let me know what you think. I have my top 3.
Okay, who are your top 3?
I mean, it's honestly kind of unexpected, but yeah, they are supporting actresses. It's the green gingham, it's the painted checker, and then I think it has to be the blue stripe. I think those are just my faves. And that may seem a little bit boring, but it's because of, like, I mean, I would have a planner in any 3 of these, and I would love it, and I would cherish it. And I would be sure to have, like, a matching pencil case and a matching, like, drink sleeve in, like, Strawberry Patch for this one. Or, I feel like this could go with really anything, but maybe, like, Primrose. This is an obvious choice. We would need Primavera accessories. I just love this one with Primavera, and Primavera is probably my favorite print right now. I really, really like the style of her and the colors. So I would say those are my top 3 of all of these. And I'm not even into, like, cowgirl boots super much, but I do really love this one. I love the style. If you see it up close, it has a little bit of, like, a painterly effect. It's a little bit imperfect. I just think it's super cute, and I love the colors. I love, like, a darker shade, lighter shade combo in any color scheme, and obviously white accents are just my fave. So thank you so much for watching to the end. If you have yet to grab a academic planner and that is the sort of planner cycle that you're on, please do that. They are available now. They're available earlier than usual this year, which I'm super excited about. I didn't order quite as many as I normally do, so they might sell out a little bit faster. And look out for the new patterns because we have 4 new ones and I'm super excited about them. Don't forget to comment your faves. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe, share this video. Stay tuned. We're going to have even more vlogs about the new patterns, the new products, and everything that's in store for the rest of this year.